We both have budgets that balance in 5 years, but he got 17 votes for his and I got 16 for mine. And I was the 17th vote for his, so I was like, now he did vote for mine, but I'm still jealous that he got 17 votes. That kind of shows you where we are. This was a reasonable budget, balances in 5 years. Everybody else is like, oh, that's so extreme, 5 years. It's like, don't you have to balance your family budget every year? Doesn't sound to me like an extreme idea. I've got good news for you though and bad news. The good news is your government's open. And the bad news is your government's open. And still borrowing over $1 million every minute.
Oh my God, these animals.
You may have heard the government shut down for a period of time. It was a little hard to notice because most of it didn't really shut down. 2/3 of your government's on autopilot. It's called mandatory spending. We don't vote on it at all. That's not to say that it isn't important, or some of it shouldn't be voted on and shouldn't be approved, but 2/3 of your government just goes on and on. And that's what's causing the problem. It's entitlements. Medicare, Social Security, and Medicaid. And I'm not saying we get rid of them, I'm just saying we have to pay for them. You know, we have to make the balance of payments. For every dollar you pay in Medicare taxes, you take out $3.50. That's why it's $35 to $40 trillion in the hole. We have to do something about it. So the government shut down, sort of, but 2/3 of the government kept going. And then the remaining third is half military and half stuff. So we got together pretty quickly and we said we should fund the military. So we kept the military open. So now we're at about 15% of the government was closed. And the president was concerned that maybe no one would notice that the government was closed and that it might not have to reopen. So what did the president do? He hired 100 workers, paid them overtime, work around the clock to wrap the World War II monument. There is no entrance, if you've ever been there, there is no entrance or exit. There is no one paid to watch the World War II monument. In fact, I think it was built with private donations. So they wrapped it and put barricades up. But if you want an image of the shutdown, you want to remember an image and tell people about the shutdown, here's the image you should tell. The image you should see, the image you should tell people. The World War II veterans got off the bus with their wire cutters, cut the barricades, piled them on the bus,